my microphone again decided not to work. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Gayest and Greatest Secret Tavern this side of Limsa, Lemensa, Queer Buccaneer. I'm the host of the Motion Star Behind the Bar, Captain Eden Jackson. Welcome, everybody. How are you all doing? It is Friday, and on Fridays we make art according to the rules that I just... How is everybody? I don't have a lot to report. Well, I say I don't have a lot to report. I went to this networking thing, right? And it was the biggest waste of everybody's time I've ever seen. It was like they were like saying, "Oh, we've got this brand new system with the only networking thing in the world that will pair you with your perfect conversation partner before you even enter the room." And that's great. That's all well and good. That's lovely. Except the event was free, so a bunch of people bought tickets, and a bunch of people got tickets because they were free, not because they actually wanted to be there. So literally 40% of people just did not show up because they were getting tickets to support the guy that put it on, or they got tickets just in case that they were free. And that meant that their fantastic system of Legally a Bastard, welcome, thank you for the 8-month sub, thank you so much. Very gay. That meant the big conversation thing, the big we'll go find you your perfect conversation partner, that went right out the fucking window. The table I was sat at, the person that was sat with me, they're basically the table that was split into the table was split into two couples, right? And both my partner and the other person's partner didn't show up, so there's just me and this other person on this table. And I heard the guy running it and the other people running it with him go, "Eden and blank, they're not a pair. Why are they sat next to each other?" Just so she got whisked away to another table, and I just sat and talked to a person I already knew. And granted, we had a good conversation, and we could help each other out. I'm not going to say what the event is because it's a brand new thing, and it was the first one, and I'm gonna give it the benefit of the doubt that there's some teething room. I don't think the thing should be fucking free. I think if you're gonna do this kind of thing, charge for it. Don't charge a lot. Charge a $5. And then people that sign on to do the event have paid money, even a little bit of money. That will make them want to go because they've paid a little bit of money, you know? If you are reliant on pairing people up, do not make it a free event. Just give a tiny little cost, £3. Because even a tiny little cost will make people way more likely to be there because they have spent money, even if it's barely any money. So fucking waste of my time. Absolute fucking waste of my time. But yeah, other than that, it's been 1 week since you looked at me. Dropped your arm to the side and said I'm sorry. It's been interesting. We finally have hot water again in the flat, which is great. We actually have better hot water than we did before because our heater was only half wired up. So we were we need you to fix the bit that is wired up and then just wire up the other half so we can have hot water in less than 90 minutes. So now we've got both sides wired up, so we're actually in the good stuff. But yeah, the upside, not the upside, but the convenience of the hot water going out when it did was Zach's mum, my mother-in-law, lives quite close by, and also was away for the week, so we could just go and hang out We said we would go around to sort of look after a dog every day, so we could just go and use her shower whenever we needed to, which was very convenient. But now we don't have to. Like, I don't have to walk for 15 minutes to use the shower anymore, which, you know, isn't great. But there are way worse places to be in. But we have hot water in, which is nice. Boiling the kettle to wash the pots, not great. I got home from a haircut and sat down, and then got a text from my pharmacy that my prescription's ready to go. Literally 2 buildings down from her. So like, oh, that's the worst. That's the worst, dog. Abel, welcome in. How you doing? I live in, you know, the left wokest land, because everything is within like a 15-minute walk from me, which is really convenient. Including, I shit you not, 3 pharmacies on the same street as each other. 2 of them are like next door, bar one. There it goes pharmacy, vape shop, pharmacy, and then there's another pharmacy round the corner. Why is there a need for that many pharmacies? I don't understand. But it is better than 3 vape shops. And back when Zach vaped, also thank you for the reminder that I'm cute. I reminded you that you are also very cute. Back when Zach vaped, it was convenient to have a vape shop within walking distance. But yeah, it is weird that we have so many pharmacies. I think one of them closed down, but that still leaves the 2 that are either side of a vape shop. But of course, because it's something resembling a high street in modern Britain, there are like 4 places you can get your hair cut, and they're all probably bad. But only 1 vape shop. We're doing pretty well with only 1 vape shop. Somehow my streak remains. I think, okay, so I got a little Twitch reminder that my, I shit you not, 2 stream streak was going to end. And they said, like, if you watch a VOD or a clip, it maintains the streak. You fool, now I can triangulate your location, bastard. I have described every single high street, vape shops, salons, and maybe 1 or 2 useful places. 4 barbers in the orphan places in the Middle East and West Asia for no reason. I don't think we have like a Turkish barber. We have like we have like all salons. We have like one, like we've got like 2 places that will cut like they're just like, oh, we do short back and sides. I assume that all they do is short back and sides. And then there's like hair salons. Your mic's a little skungle. Ah, oh, my fucking skungly mic. I hate my skungly mic. Do I need to fucking install drivers for this mic? That doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound right at all. 4 barbers and a fool. What kind of crazy? This is my new sitcom. It's called 4 Barbers and Vape Shop. I am pitching it to nobody because that would be a terrible show. We have Turkish and Afghan and Saudi and Kazakh and many others, and it's all just a bit odd because I've seen that. I've never heard of a Kazakh barber. The mic was advertised to have no drivers. And like I go to the manufacturer's website and they say they don't need drivers because it's a fucking cheap ass tonal mic. I've never heard of a Kazakh barber. I've heard of, what I did is I disabled audio, like the audio enhancements that come on Windows that are default to on. I hate them. They're bad. Please do not put them on. Now, always take them off. I did not realize they turned them back the fuck on. Terrible stuff. But I'm less skungly now, which is nice. But yeah, never heard of a Kazakh or Saudi barber. I've heard of, like, Turkish barbers is the thing where they get the hot towel and they slap your bald head a bit. That's Turkish barbers, right? I don't know. I've never needed to be that closely shaved, so I don't actually know what goes on inside of Turkish barbers. Do they whatever. Shall we Before we go into the daily games, obligatory, we are about to do a Wheel of Logos stream. If you have a fictional company that you would like to throw onto the wheel, something like, as you can see on the bar, Bonk or Slurm or Momcorp or Duff Beer, something, a brand or a company or a product from a piece of fiction that you would like to throw onto the wheel, there is a redeem in the channel points in the bottom corner of chat called Add to the Design Wheel. Redeem that, add that, and then we'll spin the wheel after we do our daily games. Here is your big warning. Get your shit on the wheel now, and it might get rolled today. Our daily games, though, we love our daily games. Let's go over to everyone wants to have a hot towel shave. It's so nice. I've never had a hot towel shave. One day I'll make my story famous enough that I can add the Reaper Project. What is the Reaper Project? I was today's old when I discovered that Meowth's VA from Pokemon Anime was transgender. Yes, I do remember hearing that somewhere. That's cool. I love that. Anyway, Minute Crypto. We love the Minute Crypto. This clue, I've been looking at this clue because this is just a capture of my other monitor. I've been looking at this clue and it's irritating me because I can't find anything from it. Also, where's my fucking browser audio? There we go. Where's my mouse? There's my mouse. Today's clue: skinning cats and dogs. More than one way to use this. More than one way to skin a cat is the phrase, but also raining cats and dogs is Garland Ironworks. Garland Ironworks is not on the wheel, Zach, but it can be if you redeem it. More than one way to skin a cat is a phrase, and also raining cats and dogs is a phrase. If it's raining cats and dogs, then it's like it's chucking it down, it's throwing it down, it's pelting it down. Pelting. Is it fucking pelting? Because if you're skinning cats and dogs, you're making pelts. Is it pelting? Because pelts and skins are the same thing. And if it's pelting cats and dogs, that's the phrase, as in raining hard, and also skinning, pelting. If it is this, I don't like it, but I like it. Go. Yeah. Oh, that's, no one's ever said pelt since 1895. I've heard pelting it down. It's fucking pelting it down out there. Maybe that's like a Midlands thing. It's fucking pelting it down out there. Garland Ironworks, though, good luck finding a decent picture. Thank you for putting just a really long phrase on the wheel. That's gonna look so good when it clips out of the segment on the wheel, Zach. I think it's a Midlands thing. If you're not from the UK, I don't know if you use the phrase raining cats and dogs. I don't know how UK specific. I've never heard an American person say, "Oh my God, it's raining cats and dogs out there." That's my American accent for those of you keeping score. I've never heard an American say that. We use it after. I can't tell if that's serious. I think they might use it in Australia. We don't sound like that. Cute Midwestern accent. Is that Midwest? I don't know. It's just general. Maybe you should have mentioned that you lazy butt and make the redeem. The point is it adds real fast. It's raining cats and fucking dogs, man. That's still bad. That went through like 4 states in 4 states in 4 words. That was very impressively bad. I heard that the hardest word for an English person to say in an American accent is America, because when we say America, when we say r, like we like the tongue is at the front of the mouth, but when y'all say or whatever, like your tongue is in like the middle of your mouth, and we just like can't do that easily without training. I don't have trouble with America, but I always stumble over half. Yeah, it's something I've consciously tried to change just a little bit. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, like that's the thing. Like it was just one of the cool little things that like I just heard I'd never thought about before. And like and I think there is a word the other way that American actors will struggle to say in a British accent or like any kind of English accent. I cannot remember what the word is though. Linguistics is really fun. Linguistics and dialects is really, really fun. I like that. I like those people. I like the kind of, I'm not sure where in America it is, but there are people that like will like merge R's and vowels together. So instead of mirror, they say mirror, and instead of horror, they say whore. You can't say you're going to watch a horror movie. That means something very different to Nightmare on Elm Street. Is that southern? So is that like what, like Louisiana kind of like that kind of area? Louisiana, Texas. I know. A horror movie can be a horror movie. The two sometimes intertwine. Just a mirror on the wall. Southern Appalachian, also like West Virginia kind of places. I should get my Oklahoman bestie to say horror. Horror. It is a horror movie. A movie with horrors. Not a horror movie with horrors. West Virginia is Appalachia. Look, all I know is West Virginia is Appalachia. I don't know. I'm not great at geography. I know vaguely that Appalachia means around West Virginia. I can't even do British geography, you know. Like I know vaguely where a few cities are, but I can't. Appalachia's conscious Swansea states. Are they like tiny little states? Are they like teeny tiny states? Yeah, okay. No. It's not that I'm boggled at the size of the states. It's that I'm bad at geography. I asked, are they tiny? I said, are they tiny states? Because I do not know the geography of America. Because I know that there are tiny states like Rhode Island and like Connecticut, teeny tiny states. I said, are they tiny states? Basket map. I have a map. We have a single map in the office. It is a scratch-off map, and whenever we send a pin to a new country, we okay, on stream. Okay, map. Not fucking Google Maps, but Google Maps, fine. I hate Google Maps. I hate Google. Right. So Appalachia is where the fuck is Virginia? There's Virginia and West Virginia. I thought Appalachia was like more like here. I thought it was like clearly not Oklahoma, but you see the line Appalachia. Okay. So is North Carolina Appalachia? Is North Carolina? Pirates need maps of oceans. That's fine. I have a sextant. I don't need a map. I've got a sextant and a compass. Do you have a sextant? How a tunt used for sexing, you know. So is North Carolina Appalachia? Is Pigeon Forge Appalachia? Is Aaron's Creek? You have I have a sextant and a compass. Yeah, that's just the wildlife that we live on pirate ships. You know, a sextant and a compass. If you look at the sort of lines of the greenhouse, you can see the range of it. Yes. Pigeon Forge, home of Dollywood. Yes, just look. You can't be asking. Okay. Let me flip the script. Let me do some script flipping over here. Sassy catastrophe. Let me do some script flipping. Where does Greater London end? Where is Greater London? I know what Dollywood is. I couldn't have told you where Dollywood is. Where does Greater London end? Sassy catastrophe. Show me on this map where Greater London ends. Zoom in a bit. Boom. I'm not going to give you any more details. I'll zoom in on London. This is as far as I'm going to zoom. Where does Greater London end? London, Ontario is greater than London, UK. Yeah, London kind of blows. London, UK blows. London absolutely blows. Right, I'll zoom in a little bit more for you there. That's as zoomy as you're gonna get, and I won't tell you if Greater London is even like if the end of Greater London is on this map or not. Where is Greater London? And then level 2 is where is Greater Manchester, because I couldn't even tell you where the line for that is. Apparently Wigan is Greater Manchester. Fuck off. I know Bears in Trees is from Croydon. What is that? What are you talking about? What are you fucking talking about? What is Bears in Trees? Okay, the blue road that kind of circles, not the edge of London, but just like, are you talking about this road here that goes all the way around, the M25? You talking about like this road here? I've not been to London much, but I know it's big-ish. London, Jacob, you don't need to go to London. London blows. Okay, yeah, M25. What about the M25? Are you saying that's where Greater London ends? Are you saying that's the end of Greater London? No. Okay. What about? Okay. Where are we going? Where are we going? You've just past the M25. So Greater London is what? Where does it stop? Where does it stop? Self-proclaimed dirtbag boy band from South Croydon Bears. Okay, I have to check them out. I gotta check them out. Is Windsor in Greater London? Is Twickenham in Greater London? None of these places sound real. You like that? I like a wide variety of music. There's a good chance that I like them. I discovered a band from the city I live in now called Disco in Sochi. They're real fucking good. Like, unlike anything that I've ever heard. Windsor. Yeah, Windsor. Yeah. Like the castle. That's where the castle be. Castle. Windsor Castle. Yeah. Windsor. Like the castle. You know what? Fuck it. So you think Windsor is in Greater London? You said the M25, and as far as I know, the M25 is the border of Greater London. So I might be wrong because I'm a northerner. But as far you were close when you said go to the M25, because I believe that the M25 is the end of Greater London. But yeah, it's hard, isn't it, to be asked things about places you don't live. It sucks. Anyway, let's guess some time. Let's guess some fucking time. Right, where are we at? Ooh, hello. This is okay. Calgary Stampede. Does that mean we're in Calgary? Better in US geography than UK. I can do pretty decent UK geography. I'm not good at. I don't know shit. Is the Calgary Stampede in Calgary, as in like Alberta, Canada? Greater London actually doesn't fill the M25. Oh shit. So Calgary is in Alberta, unless there's another Calgary that y'all ain't telling me about. So Calgary. There's Calgary. Where is the Calgary Stampede? You're getting 90s vibes. I'm actually getting quite modern vibes, you know. Yeah, Bret Heartland. Exactly, Bret Heartland. Sort of fucked up shape within where some of his border touches, but insane. Absolutely insane. They should just say, I disrespect England too much to learn. No, I disrespect London too much to learn London geography. Come learn geography of the North. Right. Phone check. I'm not okay. Is that that's not an iPad in a weird case. That's Cuddly Toy. I'm not seeing any phones out. They're just vibing, enjoying the moment. I think I have that same Hawaiian shirt. Ooh, that is a digital camera. That is a digital camera. That means something. Nobody has a fucking point and shoot digipics anymore. Hot dogs, long and loaded, just like me, for real. That is a second digital camera. This is a 2000s ass. 2006, maybe? Can we identify this man from the back of his head? Could we identify any of these men by the backs of their heads? The women are dressed very 2000s. I'm gonna say 2006. Because there's no signage anywhere. The greatest outdoor show on earth. Is the Calgary Stampede a place? I really want to say Biggie's Hall. See, I was gonna say, is it CeeLo Green? Is it CeeLo Green? But I think it might be a little bit too early. See, this makes out that it's like a place. But I think it is a festival. Trying to the tattoos ain't giving shit away. Okay, 2006. Center of Calgary, maybe. Where even is the center of Calgary? We just discovered I know shit fuck all about geography. Nose Hill Park. It's got to be a big park, right? They're putting all this. They put all this shit in a park. That's how this works, right? I'm gonna say 2006. 2006 Calgary Stampede. Go. 2008. I was 10 kilometers away. Not bad at all. And it doesn't even name drop the dancers. There's a hip hop dancers performing in front of a crowd during the Calgary Stampede. Where was it? Okay, so it was in a park, but in a far. It's near a stadium. It's near a stadium. I'll take it. 2008. We got over 9,500 points. I'll take it. Over 9,500, and I consider that a win. Okay. Per una Sicilia nuova, vota comunista. So we're in Sicily, right? We're in Sicily. We're in Sicily. Vota comunista. CCC. Vota comunista. Sicily. We're in Sicily. We're in the times where La Comunista could have a fucking parade. Fucking car people, where we at? Pre-19th Sicily. I've never been to Sicily. I'll have to say a word for it. Car people, where we at? 1920s, 1930s. Pre-war. Got to be pre-war. Any signage? Any dates on this signage? No. Why can't we get easy mode like we did with the fucking all the newspapers? That made shit so easy. Right. Any dates on the signage? Can't read any dates on the signage. We can't see any. We can see like these guys' fronts, but they're a bit blurry. The fucking massive collars on here. I'm like, that's just a European thing, though, isn't it? Look at that. Look at this bloke. Look at this absolute chap. Look at that lean. Gorgeous lean. What a character. Avanti con la bici. I would is Catania the capital of Sicily? That is a bisexual European lean. It so is. I'm gonna assume Catania or Catania is the capital. Let's go in the capital. I'm sure there's the 1950s cars, the Fiats. These ones. I don't think Sicily's. I was sure Sicily was a country, or is it just like part of Italy? Anyway, Catania sounds like or Siracusa. Could be Palermo. Palermo's not a bad shot. I'm just going middle of Sicily. Go middle of Sicily because it's quite small. I think I'm on the right lines. Valerie is saying these are 1950s Fiats. So we're talking post-war. La Comunista. I mean, let's look back at the cars so y'all can argue. Y'all argue about the cars for a moment. So I can get any kind of information from y'all. 50s is when you started getting into the cutting board style. What is the cutting board style? Oh, flat and long. I see. So it does look like a 50s Hudson as the taxi, like this one. So you're saying these don't look 50s, but this looks 50s. If it is a, and the skirt with the short heels, where? I don't know about I don't know about Fear Enough to Cry. Yeah, this definitely is feeling more 50s. Look at the bob. Look at the bob. Look at the short skirt. Trying to think when elections with communists will be. Wouldn't be before 1943. I think this party, which is the Italian Communist Party, has been a thing since like the 20s. But I think this outfit is definitely giving like the bob though. The bob is so 50s. I say 50, 55, 60. I'm gonna say 53. Because I don't think it's that late 50s. And yeah, I can't even get like, there's nowhere saying when the election is, which is a real shame. Yeah, this bob is giving me 50s. I'm gonna say 1953. I need 63. Holy shit. My brain is pinging is picture ut 1963. Pedestrians and traffic moving through Piazza Verdi in Palermo, beneath a Communist Party election matter during a regional political 1963. And we were North Sicily, so we didn't get a lot of points for it. 7,000. Not great. Ooh, these flags. I recognize these flags. Malaysia. This is Malaysian flag, yes? Or is it? I mean, your emoji has more like is squarer, and I think might have more stripes, but I'm gonna lock in Malaysia. Where is Malaysia? Cuba? Sassy, did you say fucking Cuba? Where is Malaysia? There's Malaysia. Right, Kuala Lumpur is your easiest option because capital city. Yeah, there's not many Malaysia lookalikes. You are right. I think it is Malaysia because yeah, the sort of American style flag with the moon and star. It's Malaysia. I'm locking in Malaysia. Car talk, car people. I saw the flags and thought Cuba or Puerto, and the stream solidified Cuba. Yeah, definitely not Cuba or Puerto Rico. Car people. Can you lock in a year for this car? But yeah, it's Volkswagen Bugs like all the way down, y'all. Beetles all the way down. I'm not Jacob. I am like an anti-car person. I am cars #1 haters. I hate cars. Do not enjoy cars. Cars are terrible. Cars look old, but sometimes that is a bit of a trip up. You're gonna have to learn car. No. I'm just gonna yell at chat. Do cars for me. Well, I mean, if the stream is low quality, these could just look like American flags, which is fair. If you've got bad stream quality, they could look like American flags. Yeah, I hate Lightning McQueen. Fuck that guy. Yeah. Sassy's in 5060s. In what? Yeah, 160p. It could look like any flag. Yeah, could be anything. I love cars, but I also hate cars. I am cars #1 hater. Okay. Is that a phone or a purse? I think that's a purse. I think this is like older rather than newer. Hang on, I'm testing your claim. You're testing my claim. What claim? How do I do a quote? Because I need. Yeah. I think it's right. All right. Let me. Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. Quote ad or exclamation mark ad quote, and then just type it in. So all one word, quote ad or ad quote. Exclamation mark that, and then just write the quote, and it'll go in. I hate Lightning McQueen. Fuck that guy. Isn't like Cars 3 about him being a fucking boomer? Thank you. We got some Urds for sale, cheap, 30 days only. Okay, we got a street name, but I don't know what the fucking. I'm gonna guess we're in Kuala Lumpur. And okay, someone said late 60s, early 70s. So let's put us in 1969, the nicest year in Kuala Lumpur. 1950, only 6 kilometers away. I'll take that as a dub. 19 years, 6 kilometers. We are location maxing. We are continuing to location max here. The dresses look 50s. I thought that in a warmer climate, those kind of dresses might be a little bit like eternal, timeless. That's the word I'm looking for. Victoria. Ooh, flag watch. That's too crumpled to be a good flag watch. Schweizerhof. Okay, we're in Germany because I'm seeing Platz. So we're in Germany. This is an interesting outfit for so many people to be wearing. This is old. This is like sepia tone. Also, yeah, Rueg Perry. Is that an educated guess? No, it is a this bus is stopping at Haus and Platz, and that's German. That's Germany. Those are Platz is I assume place, and Haus is house. We're in Germany. We are at least in a German speaking country. So I am. Ooh, is that a Switzerland flag? Ooh, do they speak German in Switzerland? Do they speak German in Switzerland? Because that's a Swiss flag. I only know House. I only know Platz is. I think it's place, but a lot of stations on the Berlin Underground will say will have Platz. I only know that because I've been to Berlin and I use public transport to get around Berlin, so I had to learn. I'm as we established in far from this does look very Swiss. Now that I think about it, we've got a Swiss flag over here. If Swiss is Germanic, then I think Switzerland. Where's Switzerland? You said Alps, which is here. Switzerland. Switzerland. What is the capital of Switzerland? Zurich. It's Zurich. Yes. So we look to be somewhere. If it was a less old picture, I could read that sign. Yes. If we're in Switzerland, when are we? I told you the story about why I was in Berlin, right? The gay porn convention that I was the dinner entertainment at. Yeah, I've told that story on stream before. I should make a highlight of that because I like just dropping tidbits of that story, and I should have a highlight of me telling that story. 2030 sounds right. There's a lot that feels 30s-ish. Let's say 33, shall we? The hats are quite 30s. There's the fedora, which is giving me 30s. Yeah, I'm gonna say Zurich in 1933. Zurich, 33. Rock and roll. 39. 2 kilometers, 6 years. Women dressed in traditional Swiss clothing, marching through Zurich's Bahnhofplatz, possibly during an opening parade for the 1939 Swiss National Exposition, Landi 39, an event that formed part of Switzerland's broader policy in Gestalt Landesverteidigung, promoting national heritage and unity on the eve of World War II. It was definitely a parade or procession of some kind. Apologies to all German speakers about my pronunciation of one of the words in that answer. We continue to location max though. We're continuing to location max. Very good. Final round. That's a pope, cardinal of some variety. EI sounds like I. That's John Paul II, Judgment Day. I'm glad somebody can identify popes. That's Spain. That's Spain. Not a cardinal. Of course cardinals are red. That's Spain. And that's Pope. When did the Pope visit Spain? Actually, is that Spain? There's no thing in the middle. Red, gold, red. Red, gold, red, but without the thing in the middle. Is that? Or is that just an alternative Spanish? It can't be an alternative. Yeah, we getting papal in this motherfucker. We getting absolutely fucking papal. I'm upset by the flags because at first thought I was like, that's Spain. That's easily Spain. But there's no thing in the... No, fucking... It's not Spain. Spain, yeah, Spain has the fucking thing. Spain has the thing and there's no thing. Yeah, we have one Vatican flag. We've got one Vatican flag. Are we in the Vatican? Like, is there like a Pope flag? I'm annoyed at the lack of thing. Hot dog fried. It does, yeah. Are you team ketchup or team mustard? Pope. Ketchup or mustard, Pope. Now this Pope hasn't had a hot dog. Only Pope. I honestly think Pope Leo is the first Pope ever to have eaten a hot dog, and I will stand by that. Man grew up in fucking Chicago. He is the hot dog Pope. So that's Vatican flag, which also, unless it's like hidden under the crumples, doesn't have the thing on it. Is this just when he became Pope in 1978? I mean, this does look quite 70s, but why would he be in... Was Pope John Paul Spanish? I'm seeing any lookalikes without crests. I mean, so it must be a Spanish flag, but they just haven't put the crest on it for whatever reason. Was Pope John Paul Spanish? He was Polish, yeah. Yeah, I thought so. But so why would this be his coronation? I think the ambulance said Madrid on the side. This one? It does. It says Madrid. Oh, Valerie, you're very smart. Madrid. Why was the Pope in Madrid? Pope John Paul? Why were you in Madrid? When were you in Madrid? And also, what secrets are you hiding with your smug grin? What kind of smug grin is this? What's he hiding? I know what he's hiding, but I'm not going to ask any more questions because that would lower the tone of the stream. That is such an Italian old man. Yeah, not an ambulance. Definitely says Madrid. Good spot, Val. He already looks done. He already looks, I mean, he's at retirement age. He already looks like he's going like, Mr. John Paul is a very Polish old man. I can't believe they had Pope John, then Pope John Paul, and then they didn't have Pope John Paul Ringo. And then after that they just resurrect the Beatles to look after the Catholic Church. You can always tell with the old, yeah, that is a very Polish old man. I'm gonna say 1980. go. 1993? Holy dicks. Pope John Paul II greets the crowds in Madrid during his visit to bless and consecrate the newly completed Almudena Cathedral, a monumental landmark that took 110 years to build. 1993. 1993. That does not look like a 1993 picture, but we are continuing to location max, gamers. Continuing to location max. Final score 37,000. Not bad. Not fantastic, but not bad. Next up, we scran. Today, my friends, we scran. Albion the Bard, enjoy your tour in a maximum. Right. Boiga, or two battered sausages with curry sauce. Two battered sausages with curry sauce. And it's Irish curry sauce as well, which is that's a thing of beauty. The burger does look kind of minging. Irish chip shop curry sauce. Needs a bomb cake. Quarter cob. What the fuck are you talking about? Bomb cake. Get out of here. Oh, this is World Cup edition, so they put the countries on them. Okay. The America fuck yeah from Gotham FC. Or, I'm gonna be honest, I'll call it roll. I'll compromise on roll. The wrinkly sausage is very off-putting. The prawn taco, though, I'm a sucker for prawns. Prawns bang all the time. It's the prawns. Right. Brazilian barbecue from Western United FC. Yeah, it is an underfilled taco. I will grant you that it is an underfilled taco. Or a chicken tender basket from St. Paul, Minnesota. That does look like it's pretty banging. It does look like it's pretty banging chicken. Not gonna lie, chicken with the garnish and the little roasties, or roast potatoes with fried chicken. Like, I'm not gonna lie, that's a little bit of ingenuity. I don't want fries with my fried chicken. I want chips with my fried chicken. I want roast potatoes. Roast potatoes, perfect ratio, crispy skin to fluffy insides. Chicken tenders with roast potatoes. Fuck yeah. Where are we at now? Korean fire fries from Cincinnati, or a mixed grill from the Adelaide Olympic FC. So we've got chicken skewers, we've got Savapis lamb. So we've got chicken skewers, we've got Savapis, we've got lamb gyros meat, pita, tzatziki, chips, and a salad. Or Korean fire fries. I mean, yeah, the mixed grill looks pretty fire. The mixed grill looks pretty fucking fire. Yo, the Korean fire fries just by a squeak, just by a hair. This is very America versus Australia. This is all America versus Australia. A chicken sandwich with tater tots, or chicken tenders with waffle chips. Right. It's the fucking waffle chips, dog. The waffle chips, gamers. The tots? Nah, not the tots. The waffle fries. Waffle fries. And it's and as Zach points out, it's £5 cheaper. £5 cheaper, and comes with a little pot of honey mustard. Comes with a little pot of honey mustard. It's yo. Sag. A Beyond Sausage, the saddest vegetarian hot dog I've ever seen. Or chicken, or some, I'm gonna say equally sad chicken and chips. Equally sad chicken and chips. These are both pathetic. These are both sad, but it's the Aussies. The Aussies get this one. Oh, that half chicken looks absolutely divine. This looks fucking divine. Not that I'm disagreeing, but what prompted the hatred of Lightning McQueen that got quoted? I said I hate cars, And Jacob asked if I hate Lightning McQueen, which yes, I do. Chicken by default, even though it's not fucking Peruvian rotisserie half chicken. I mean, don't get me wrong, Angus beef cheeseburger, that's probably a pretty good burger. I don't eat beef though. And these fries look banging. The sauce looks banging. The chicken looks divine. Yo, that lust? Nah. The saddest cheesy chips you ever did see, sorry Pennsylvania Quakers, or the saddest hot dog you ever did see. Absolutely, you can't even see the sausage over the Australian flag, yo. It's the chips, but I ain't happy about it. Right. Italian sausage pizza or yaki tots with pulled pork. I would devour both of these. I would fuck both of these up in a moment's notice for very different reasons. Pulled pork on tater tots. Yeah, that bangs. That goes hard. Italian sausage pizza though. Pause. How did the overtop? Look, bastard. It's called a wood-fired oven. It's called blistering. It's fine. It's not overcooked. It's blistered. Don't worry about it. It's caramelized. It's blistered. It's a wood-fired oven. It's traditional. Is Italian sausage? I have a question. Italian sausage. Is that just pork mince with like spices in it? Is that what Italian? Because like you can't. Because when people in other places say sausage, they don't mean like a tube of meat. They mean like ground pork, I think. Pork mince. Is Italian sausage just ground pork with spices, or is it slices of? Because that's not slices of sausage. I require an answer because I've never. Is Italian sausage just like ground pork mince with spices? Italian spices. Italian sausage tends to be highly spiced compared to UK sausage. So is it sausages or is it loose ground pork? Still ground pork spices. Thank you. Okay, you say tube sausage. Like when someone says sausage here, they always mean tube of meat in a casing. But overseas, sometimes when you say sausage, you just mean the inside of the sausage. Whereas we just call that like pork mince. Like seasoned pork mince, but that's just pork mince. It's like, and people will do it like hamburger as well. They'll call just like ground beef. They'll call that hamburger. When it's a pizza topping, it's usually not in a tube. See, that's just like ground pork. We would just call that ground pork as a pizza topping, or like pork mince, or just pork. I've never understood the distinction. So it is just ground pork. It's just pork mince. Pork sounds grosser than sausage. Yeah, if you make the sausage and then slice the sausage, that is sausage on a pizza. But look at this. There's just like crumbles of pork mince. There's like some that look vaguely circular, but they're just crumbles of pork mince. Anyway, I'm going with the pizza. Because pizza. Oh, that won by a fucking sliver. It's also worth noting that sausage is a distinct topic from ham, which yes. Sausage, okay, ham, like pork. Okay, so here in the UK, is like pork. Why do you eat that many sliders? Because they're tiny, and it's a long game, and it comes with mozzarella sticks as well, dog. And it's 20 quid also, so it probably feeds like 2 people. It's the fucking sliders, dude. So like here, like ham and gammon. All mean ham, gammon, bacon. All mean like a specific kind of bit of pig. If someone says pork, Like pork mince, I think is the same thing that you would call sausage. We do not call it sausage because when someone says sausage, Hammond, when someone says sausage, they mean the tube of meat. The bread would fill you up before you got to enjoy all the burgers. The box was still my choice. Yeah, it's the box. It's the box. Right, cheeseburger. Oh, cheeseburger and chicken and fries and some mayo. Or Korean fried chicken with waffle fries and a pint. It comes with a pint, dog. You've been here live so long, except look. Aussies win again. Dog. 6. I got above average. Above average. That was a rough one. That was a hard one. Is the word just saying pork man when you talk about the ground pork? Because I can't understand most of it ads now. I'm just saying pork. I'm just putting the word man at the end for, I don't know, emphasis. It's just pork. We just call it pork. Ground pork we just refer to as pork. Why would we call it minced if it wasn't minced? Because it was minced, wasn't it? If it's like minced, it is minced. Is there a difference between minced and ground? Is there a difference between minced and ground? Is there a difference between minced and ground? It's just finer. I thought minced and ground was minced is chop it up real tiny. Ground is you grind it even tinier, right? Same thing. Same thing. Bandle. I'm gonna wait for the ad to end before I do bandle. The only real reason Kona's here is the bandle. Kona only cares about. I can't. Not saying that you just describe different process. I mean, for most purposes, you can sub one for the other. For most like domestic cooking purposes, you can sub one for the other. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. The time guesser was great. Really? You prefer the time guesser to the bandle? I thought you were a real bandle head. I'm going to Julienne. You do not Julienne me. Right. Drums and bass. That 2015 is like just outside of my expertise. 884 million views though. It's pretty big. The other one, I didn't play yesterday's. Okay, big 2015 songs. Obviously, the biggest one was Uptown Funk, and this is definitely not Uptown Funk. It's very generic. It is very, very generic. Going through like who was big in 2015? I don't think it's like a Taylor Swift. Is it Ollie Murs? It might be Ollie Murs. Was Ollie Murs still making music in 2015? Was he still making music in 2015? Or is that like before his? Is that like after his time? Oh look, painfully generic modern drum and bass lines. Yeah, look, if it works, it works. If it works, it works. Let's eliminate someone big who had a lot of hits. Who had a lot of hits in 2015? Was that still like? Should we rule out Ed Sheeran? I don't think it was Ed Sheeran, but yeah, let's rule out Ed Sheeran. Let's guess an Ed Sheeran. It was Our Soul on the Ill 2015. Yeah, let's just rule out this is not an Ed Sheeran song. Oh, I think I recognize this. Oh, I think I recognize this. I don't know if I do or if I'm like, or if I'm just, yeah. It's again, as Albion said, it's kind of just generic pop from the 2010s. So we might just be replacing it with something else in our head. But it feels familiar. This is a very hard one, apparently. So if we can get it before 5, then we win. And it's not Sheeran, which is good because I don't want it to be Ed Sheeran. Who else? Who else was big that we can rule out? Taylor Swift was big in 2015, right? I just did my own. I just did it on my own another tab. Oh, get you. If you can limit the time period, Kona 2015. It's up here, 2015. We're still gonna get Jacob. Come on, Jacob. Positive attitude. Positive attitude. We're gonna get this. We are gonna fucking get this. Bruno Mars, Wiz Khalifa. Okay. It's definitely not a Wiz Khalifa. It might be a ooh. I don't think it's Sia. I think Sia was quite big in that sort of time. I'm going to rule out Sia. I don't think it's Sia, but I'm going to rule out Sia. Oh. The piano... Albion, roll with me. What is it? Yeah, bastard, we still don't know. Oh no, the whole song is painfully generic. That's not good. That's not good at all. Who was big? Sounds like someone that tried to make a lo-fi version of Red Hot. You're so right. It does sound like it's lo-fi Chili Peppers. it's the green, it's the cool green Chili Peppers, you know? I don't know. I don't think I know this song. It's got almost 1 billion views though. Who was big? Who was big? It's so painfully generic that I only just learned how now who the actual artist is. I'm fully assuming it had been someone else the entire time I was hearing it on the radio. Ooh. Okay, going off the back of that, is it fucking Meghan Trainor? Not that I can name any of her songs that aren't all about that bass, but is it Meghan Trainor? Had her in the back. Okay, I am gonna type in Meghan Trainor. I don't think it's any of these, but it's definitely not all about that bass. Is it? No. No. This isn't helping. This is not helping. Okay. Okay. It's got little tiny. It is giving school assembly slideshow. You're so right. It's giving a little tiny bit. A really bad cover of "Stay With Me" by Sam Smith. If it is "Stay With Me" by Sam Smith, I'm going to be really annoyed because it sounds like it like 1%. So it's like it does sound. It's got like Incompetech vibes. You dig? Yeah, it is too upbeat for that. Yeah, you're right. It's too upbeat for Sam Smith. I don't know this. I don't know this. I don't think I've ever heard this song before. I don't think I've ever heard this song before. Who sings this kind of song in 2015? Incompetech Diet version. Yeah, fucking hell. Yeah, which white person? I need to narrow it down to a white person. I'm surprised if you haven't heard the song, but I think you know who the artist is. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, that could be something. Alessia Cara, Kelly Clarkson, Charlie Puth, Nick Jonas, George Ezra, I think might have been big in that time period. Yeah, mid 2010s artist. Very mid 2010s artist. Maroon 5? No, it's not a Maroon 5. Andy Grammer. Oh, that's a name I haven't heard in a long time. I'm going to type that in just for Honey. Is it Honey I'm Good by Andy Grammer? No, but good shout. Sassy, what song is that? Sassy, what song is that? Sassy, do you know that song? Charlie fucking Puth? Who the fuck is Charlie Puth? Okay, One Call Away by Charlie Puth. I've never heard this. I've never heard this before. Don't know who this person is. It's the generic song you get when you press. Yeah, it's Casio keyboard. Yeah, they recreate the vocals with an automaton, which is very fun. He's done more songs than you realize. Okay, so apparently it is One Call Away by Charlie Puth. I've never heard of Charlie Puth. Do you not have We Don't Talk Anymore? No. I don't. I don't know that at all. That might just be a me thing. Because I have never heard that before. This man is brand new to me. I've never heard of Charlie Puth, but that just might be me being. We got no. Jake, I can't play the actual song because I will get muted. If you want to listen to the song, if you want to listen to that song, you have a YouTube, you have a Spotify. As a person who lives on the TNC side of the internet, this checks out. I also live on the TNC side of the internet. And I don't fucking know. He did See You Again. That name isn't ringing a bell. I'm gonna have to give that a listen because apparently I know that. I was a middle schooler in 2015. I have no choice but to have every pop song burn at fair. It was Fast and Furious. Well, of course, there are fucking Fast and Furious music. It was memed to shit. Oh, I see. It's the big sad send off for fucking Paul Walker, maybe. Unless you're 65 or my dad, you're not old. Fair, that's good. Like, don't. That means I'm not old. Back over here, because time to spin the wheel. You have your last chance to add to the wheel. and I will spin da wheel. Once again, if you don't know what da wheel does, it's got a bunch of fake companies on it. Wherever it lands, we are going to make a logo for wherever it lands. So what we will be doing today is, sorry, I just had to turn the thing on. We will be spinning the wheel. Where does it land? Ooh. LexCorp. We are doing LexCorp. Sorry, did that say Corns? Oh, Comstar. I thought it said Cornstar then. That is interesting. LexCorp, I believe, is our first DC Comics one. So let's go back over here and open this Reddit thread. What the hell does LexCorp even do? Genetics, weapon research, military stuff. Not helpful. Okay. If I click this, will you take me to a non... Lex Luthor did steal 40 cakes. That is as many as 410s, and that is terrible. Will you take me to a non-fandom wiki? Where's my fucking indie wiki buddy pop up? Is there not a non-fandom DC wiki? That sucks dick. Where is my non-fandom based fucking dicklets? Right. Let's fuck away all this stuff. I just want the main thing, please. Thank you. Zoom into grandma mode so y'all can read it. Let's fuck all this off. Let's continue to fuck all this off. Let's fuck all this off. Fuck off. Just fuck off fandom wikis. Just fuck off fandom wikis. Right. LexCorp. An aerospace engineering firm. Originally. They make their money in property development, military R&D, robotics, and domestic energy solutions. Oh, so they're evil. Why is that fucking falling off the end of the screen? Why are you doing that? Why are you falling off the end of the screen? Just stay there, please. Thank you. Anyway, I'll be lurking. Get food and listen. You do that. You say objection louder for me. So, world's largest, most diversified multinational corporations. This is basically LexCorp Holdings at this point. So they holdings is they're a holdings company. Lex Air, Lex Oil, Luth Financial Groups, Lex Comp, with the Lex Tendo, Lexcom, Advanced Research Labs, Robo Inc., Secure Corp, Armored Car Service, Northern American Robotics, Hell's Gate Disposal Facilities, Lex C, and Good Food Groups. They are LexCorp, more like Sex Corp. Am I right? Yes, you are. So they're just a sort of... Understanding the scope of LexCorp is quite complex. It seems Luthor holds subsidiary properties in pretty much every business possible, space programs, hotels, supermarkets, even waste management. Yes, thank you, Notes. We're making a logo for an egomaniac. Yes, kinda. And yes, tax the rich. Tax the rich. The tax, because I can't say the word I want to say. Taxing will do for now. So, fuck is Supercorp? That's a different thing. LexCorp does what the plot needs LexCorp to do. That's kind of it. Owned the Daily Planet. Did not know they owned the Daily Planet. In Smallville, it's Luthor Corp. That's so much worse. Luthor Corp? No. In the Donnerverse, it's referred to as Lex Luthor Incorporated. Also worse. So DCAU LexCorp. Let's have a look at that. DCAU LexCorp. Show me the thing. Look about this big evil looking building. The big evil face. I'm sure it's short for sanitization, but I'm now picturing a Superman Japanese dub. Superman just like Lexan. So this is the DCAU's LexCorp. Big evil bald head for a big evil bald head. It was for kids. They gotta make it evil. They gotta make it look evil. It's for kids. That is an Easter Island head. You're so right. So again, going by the kayfabe, we're doing kayfabe. Let's do kayfabe. The kayfabe is Lex Luthor, or let's be real, a goon of Lex Luthor has hired us, our Queer Buccaneer design firm, to rebrand LexCorp, which is a massive fucking holding company. Which means we need to not throw our Stream Deck on the sofa. We need to look at some what are holding company logos? Not hodling company logos. Holding companies. Show me some holding companies. Companies that hold, how much he's paying? He's paying enough. Blah. Show me some holding companies, please. Dude, that's not what I wanted. I just want to see logos of holding companies. Is that no? That's somebody's LinkedIn banner. Holding maybe if I pluralized it properly. Dollar Temple comic book writing LexCorp is a business. What does it do? Business. What kind of business? I don't know. Fucking just the stuff, you know? Just the stuff. Did I just catch the line when he was in prison? Lex Luthor signed over LexCorp to Superman without... Excuse me? Well, yes. While in prison, Luthor signed over control of LexCorp to Superman without his knowledge, renaming it Supercorp, so that Superman could use its resources to protect the Earth. Supercorp? Man, that sucks, dog. That's so bad. Supercorp? Terrible. Terrible. Okay, so Johnson & Johnson is a holding company, apparently. And they've got a pretty nice question mark logo. Give me some examples of holding companies. I want more than those 4, because all of like those 4 logos, they're just words. They're just words. Are we just doing a nice word mark? Is that what we're doing? Because like people generally, I don't want to know what. I don't want a fucking legal company website. I just want to see the logos for holding companies. Because these 4. If we're doing these 4, these are the only 4 that people can fucking name. Fuck off. If these are the only 4 that people can name, then there is it's kind of just words. It's kind of just word marks, isn't it? PLC Holdings, PLC Holdings, PLC Holdings PLC, a division of Business Co. So this is Alphabet. They are the holding company for Google and all of the associated evil that Google does, all of the bastardry that Google does. This logo sucks. It just sucks. It's just the word Alphabet. It looks like you would imagine a company we call Holdings. This looks shite. This is literally, you've picked the font, you've kerned it, I guess. But this is must try harder, but you did submit something. No, Google Alphabet is the holding company of all of the Google products. There are companies under Google, but Alphabet is the one that runs them all. Passable placeholder. Clearly a first draft. Do something better. But you did technically submit something, I guess. Now, Sony's, they're trying something. they are trying something. So like they own everything. I mean, they are, when you think about Google and all of the things that it owns, you are thinking about Alphabet. People just do not know or forgot that it was called Alphabet. Sony is kind of iconic. They're doing something. It is just a word again. Like in its absolute abstract, I can't rate it that highly, but it has cultural cachet in a way that Alphabet doesn't. Half the letters are curved, half are shaved. Like, I like the curves. The curves mixing with the straights does, I believe, have a analog versus digital thing. All caps, fairly bold, serif font, printed on half the instruments in the world. Exactly. It's fine. It's C. It has the cultural cachet, but it's average. JP Morgan and Chase Co. I really dislike this. It won't scale at all because of the really, really thin letters. This is terrible. This is actually an F. Because it doesn't even look like you earned it. Submit something. And Johnson and Johnson and Johnson and Johnson. I actually quite like the and sign doing the sort of this thing. It looks gentle as like a, because originally it was like a toiletries company, I think. It's giving Frankie and Benny's a little bit, giving a little bit Frankie and Benny's, or it's Frankie and Benny's giving Johnson and Johnson. It is still only average, but I'll give it a C+. So all of these kind of suck. My favorite bit was the plus. All of these blow. All of these absolutely suck and blow. Like a cartoon vacuum cleaner. So we have basically nothing to go off. All of the various LexCorp logos I can find from various Superman medias focus on the L or the X. Yeah. Which is the easiest thing to do is focus on the L. And then X. X is a funky letter. So if you have an X in your name, focus on it for the logo. Completely understandable that they would do that. It fucking sucks that there's no gallery. Organization gallery. Are you gonna give me logos? Can't just give me the fucking look. This wiki is ass. Today we got 300 eggs. Somebody's having omelets for the next 6 months. This wiki sucks ass and blows chunks. LexCorp logo. Show me all of the LexCorp logos. Okay, so boom. Here's some LexCorp logos. We've got, this is somebody's off dribble. This is like the building. I think the building is often in this kind of this shape, isn't it? So this is like an L, but it's also the building. This is again focusing on the X. This, I recognize that, but I couldn't tell you what it was from. Again, a lot of them are, as Albion said, they are either focus on the L or focus on the X. Yeah, fandom wikis fucking suck. I hate fandom wikis. Fandom wikis are terrible. I believe I have Indie Wiki Buddy installed, but it's not. Yeah, this one's kind of iconic. What if the L was part of the X and the E was small? Okay, so an idea. Why not focus the logo of the theme being all-encompassing business group that does everything? I'm thinking like a hand that could be interpreted as offering, but also evil as grasping. That's an interesting idea. Okay, Batman. The Suicide Squad was an absolute shite game, but I think the X being a globe, that's clever. I like that. The little arrow on the left is giving Acer computer vibes. Which one is that? This one? This one? Not great. It's clever, but I don't like it. Maybe we could work on. Maybe we could like try and work on that concept because I quite like it conceptually. The globe is good. You need the vibe of wit. Yeah, I feel like it needs to be a wide logo because it is all encompassing. The L that looks like a mouse cursor turned sideways. This one. A lot of the black background silver logo. This one. Oh, this one is real. I think this is a fan made one, but it is really mouse cursory, and it is giving a little bit Acer. You are not incorrect. Yeah, I think this is somebody's like, nope, can't get into that because I'm on a VPN apparently. That's like somebody's DeviantArt, so I think that's like a fan made logo. The LexCorp graphics card division. Yes. Right. Where is my Illustrator? Let's just type the word Lex and make it real big. And okay. Are we going boring? Are we going boring? Should we go boring? Because they're all kind of boring. All proper holding companies are kind of boring. You're on the GTX 1080, I'm on the Lex 2000. Yeah, it is a holding. Like holding companies are supposed to be boring. Like also on this list is Mishima Zaibatsu, which is another holding company, but that at least has Zaibatsu, so it's culturally different. Holding companies are supposed to be kind of boring. It just needs to make a good, not a good letterhead, a threatening letterhead, a corporate threatening letterhead. And other than that, there are kind of no rules. We could go like, okay, if we're going for corporate stuff, if you are getting a letter from the holding company, then you have fucked up. If we're doing corporate stuff, if they are first and foremost a tech company, then we need to do thin and stretched. So it's like the problem with all of the fictional, LexCorp is a very 50s name. All of the fictional interpretations of LexCorp that are like in the fictions, they all make it look cool and evil. Whereas like it wouldn't look like that in real life. It would look like the logos for things like Meta and OpenAI and fucking Palantir. Slap his bald head. And all of those companies have absolutely shit logos. Like we could just call it a day with something like this that would take us like several seconds to make. And that would pass for like, let's make it smaller. Let's increase the tracking. Let's do that. Let's do that really fun trick. Name a company with a good logo. Ooh. You say that, but one of the biggest problems companies have in the world is openly named itself Palantir. Yeah, we don't have evil logos, but you are correct. They did name themselves Palantir. Yeah, they have shit logos, evil names. That's the thing. Yeah, boom. That's it. The OG WWF, it is a bit THX, you're so right. Good logos. I really like shit. Now you've got me thinking. The original Games Workshop with the red and yellow, red and stylized letters. Yes. The rebrand goes too far. I did a whole presentation about that. You can find it on my YouTube channel. Good logos. Good logos. OG PlayStation logo is pretty good. Yeah, I think about logos all the fucking time, and I can't think of one that I didn't make. Because let's be real, the Nerdy Queer has got a banging logo. The nerdyqueer.com, absolutely banging logo. But I made that. So I suppose I'm not allowed to say that because I made that. But it's banging though, and it's phenomenal. Demo, thank you. I assume that's the link to the Games Workshop stream. Thank you so much. The Xbox logo is pretty fucking good. The you talking about the 360 logo? Not the original logo that they used on the original Xbox. That kind of sucks. But like the Xbox logo. This one that's just kind of like almost like negative SpaceX, not negative SpaceX. VLC. Sorry. Can you explain the inside joke from VLC? Yeah, like this is kind of good, kind of iconic. Can you explain the traffic cone? Because I've never understood the traffic cone. Was that Filmation? Filmation logo. I think I've heard of Filmation. Oh, this is pretty neat. Pretty neat. Kind of dig it. Why did I get too hassy? Why did you get too hassy? But hey, one's on the house. Fuck. I'm thinking about who has a really good logo. Okay. This is an unpopular one. Unpopular, but I really like the new Pringles logo. I really like it. It turned his hair into eyebrows, which is an interesting choice. But it's simplified. It has simplified the Pringles man to where it now scales beautifully. It scales perfectly. It works really small, it works really big, but you still know that it is a Pringles man. The name is a bow tie. The mustache is made of a Pringle from different angles. The whole fucking face is made out of just Pringles from different angles. It's really good. It's really good. Port devices being so prevalent means all companies design logos to be seen on tiny handheld screens. I talk about that in the Games Workshop video. Yes, you need to design for scalability, but you've always needed to design for scalability. Some companies just take it too far. They just take it too far, which is how we end up with the bland brands that are hot garbage. I really like Burger King's logo. While we're on food, I really like this. While everyone was moving in a way too generic direction, they went simple but retro, and it has character, and it's very good. It's very good. And like applying it to all the shop, all like the shop stuff, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. And this one that we all grew up with sucks ass. Terrible. Always been terrible. Where were we? We were looking at. I've already finished. I've already finished. But let's throw this in the bin and do something slightly more interesting. Could we? I kind of want to play with that. Isn't it based on the old school Burger King? It is like harkening back to the old school. It is harkening back to the old school Burger King logo, but it is not just a recreation of it. It is they said some shit like recapturing the brand's origins or whatever. But yeah, it's they've gone for a cool retro feel, which I kind of dig. Let's see if we can make that globe thing. Why has it got a little doodle? I don't want a little doodle. Get out of here. Get out of here. Right. Where was I? Let's see if we can make that. That's his nipple. That is his nipple. Let's see if we can make that like. I did give the axe a nipple. Let's see if we can make that like globe thing that Suicide Squad did that I quite like. Let's see if we can make that work. So what do we need to do here? We need the circle, which needs to sort of intersect. Ooh, it's got to be quite a big circle, because it's got to intersect like there. I think we can maybe get away with there. And then we will use the scissors tool that I remember where it is. We go sabam, we go spam, and now we have two shapes. We get rid of that one, we're left with this one. Kind of like how the current Xbox logo is based on the first Xbox logo, or at least has the same colors. Yeah, companies will often like, again, they go, we're recapturing our roots or what the fuck ever. Most of the time they're trying to get nostalgia, because we're all trapped in an endless wave of 2000s nostalgia, which is fun. But yeah, right, let's move this in. Can I get this to look good? The thickness has got to like be the same at its thickest point. Letters smaller. Letters smaller and further away, I think. Let's go into here. And is that so I'm going to fuck up the kerning. I'm just going to absolutely ravage the kerning. That gets us there, which is nicer. It's nicer. Kind of looks like a space escalator. You're not wrong. Let's expand that into a shape rather than a line, and let's go white fill on it. I think it should cut into the X just a little bit like that, because that still does read as an X. Maybe we move this down and give these letters a little bit more room to breathe. I think, again, make them all a little bit smaller, because I don't want the E to be like encroaching on this too much. Yeah, this is like still really simple. We have sort of expanded on the idea that was laid down in Suicide Squad. Could the C become the other half of the circle? I don't know if that would line up. Yeah, it's a little bit. We're doing parts of circles flying around each other again, and it's always gonna kind of bang, because I really like that. Always like that kind of iconography. But let's pull this in a bit. Okay, create the outline. Let's just fuck it, we ball. Yeah, fuck it. Lex makes rugby balls now. Lex does rugby balls now. What do you think of color? A dark green, perhaps. That, like, I always associate Lex Luthor with a dark green. Maybe that's because I played too much. I'm gonna get rid of the rugby ball. Maybe that's because I played too much of the Injustice games, because I always associate Lex with the big robot suit that is, yeah, dark greens and purples. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Does kind of look like a fucked up eye. But he's not really a surveillance kind of guy. He's like every other thing, but not surveillance. Right, let's simulate the entire Earth so I can just so I know where things are supposed to be. In case I want to sort of emulate the other parts of it. So let's just put the rest of the ball in there in case we want it. When no one was looking at Lex Luthor earlier at 300x, that's as many as 3010s. Like you don't like it being a weird ball. The weird ball doesn't hit. And there's no O in Lex. There's no in Corp, but that doesn't mean anything. Got about to make silly voices for silly guys. Have a rest good for stream. Enjoy making silly voices. I don't know what making silly voices entails, but sounds fun. I enjoy making silly voices. Do that on stream fucking every day. So I've just sort of put these here so that we know where the rest of the circle would go. But I don't think I'm actually going to use them. It's all just kind of hypothetical. Okay, what if it's just Lex? What if it's just Lex? And we go a little bit lower and a little bit there. We could maybe stand to go a little bit closer. Let's select all of these. Let's make this the key. Do I know how to make things the key? I don't think I do. I did it successfully. And let's distribute those. Maybe there. That might be a little bit too close. Yeah, that's too close. Like that's kind of where we want it. Could go all the way to L. Yeah, we could just go LX. Okay. If we go this all the way at the top, then we can like cut off the edge of the E a little bit. Okay, let's go back to LexCorp. I really like this conceptually. Could we Xbox with it? No, we can't. That looks hot garbage. Let's go back over here. I don't want the Burger King logo. I want LexCorp logo. Show me LexCorp logos. If we slightly separated the middle E line from the back of the E, now you are doing pointless typography things that I always enjoy. Oh, I kind of now we're fucking talking. I'll increase that to maybe there. I also thought maybe could have stars above the X on the upper right, give the impression of the curve of the Earth as the image. Now we're fucking with condoms. Not sure I like that, but also I kind of love it. I'm actually going to immortalize that in case you ever forget that is your new saying. I'm going to immortalize that forever. LexCorp logo Suicide Squad. So yeah, this is how they use that same thing in the Okay, so that was the Suicide Squad logo, and this is the something else logo. But look how high up that is. Look how high up that crossbar of the X is. It barely looks like an X. It's funny and you're so right. Right. I have an alternate idea for the E. What if we went super tech company with it? And we did this. And obviously that's not the correct way to do that. But what if we like gamers? What if we cut the front off? Kinda love it. Maybe. Again, it's very like needlessly tech company. But what I think I would actually do is get rid of the E altogether and then just redraw it. Something needs to be different. Like the more shit we add, the less legible it gets. Like we could just cut that as well. Like we could just cut that to make it stencil bollocks. But I have another stencil bollocks idea. Pointless cut through for literally no reason. Just because we can. Don't like it. Do not like it. Okay, let's. It is real. It's so stupid. Let's formally top surgery this. Let's formally commit bottom surgery on this E. So now they are separate elements. Is that too much? Because now, again, now that we've committed bottom surgery on it, we can make this one white and see how far we can just push that stupidness. I think. Okay. It's the least legible this E is. The least legible this E is ever gonna look. It's now barely resembling an E. It does not resemble an E anymore. We're just playing. That now looks like an E again. But if we ever have a tech company that begins with an E, we now know where to start with them. In the middle, it did kind of look like an hourglass. Okay. Serious designer head on. We can't fuck with the E and fuck with the X. You reduce the legibility of 2/3 of the word, they're not gonna like that. At that point, you only know it says LexCorp because you saw me start with the letters LEX and futz with it until so you knew its starting point. Realistically, we can't futz with 2/3 of the word. That's just not how it works. I kind of don't like this font anymore. I'm going to keep this. But I kind of want to change the font. Lowercase e, very bad idea. I kind of wanna fuck with a different font. Hummity. Well, that's very evil. That's very evil. This is a corporation that don't need to breed it. They just need to burn it into a skull. That's true, but it can only get less legible once they've had a legible version for long enough that it becomes iconic. You know what I'm saying? They've got to make sure that you know that it said Lex at one point before they just continuously keep fucking with it. What if we fucked with something that's very Maxis? This is very Maxis. It did say Lexi. I don't know why it said Lexi. This is okay. I think I'm just making the Maxis logo now. The Maxis was that, wasn't it? It was some Maxis was something like that, right? Oil company font, so maybe it's Lexico. Okay, the alternative to it being the X is we make it the L, but I don't like that. Okay, so Proxima Nova's not the one. Let's try. It's gotta be pretentious. It's gotta be wide. It's gotta be... Today's the 25th anniversary of Sonic Adventure 2. Hooray for mid. That was cruel, but it was true. I'm not a Sonic head. I do apologize. Gravesend Sands is generally a good generic all-purpose. The all-purpose flower of fonts. Let's whack that tracking up to 200. And because that's thin enough, we can get away with something like that. And then let's whack these into whack an outline onto that. Let's go bam and bam and bam and don't have a nipple. No nipples. And pull this forward so we get the cutout. This is how we know United. Yeah. That's how you know. I think I prefer this. Okay, it may not seem like I've done anything changing the font from Proxima Nova to this Gravesend Sands, but I feel better with this one. Thin out the curve a little. That would be really easy if I didn't turn it into a fucking object. But I've got I'm really fucking clever. I made a copy. I'm really clever. I made a copy. I'm so fucking smart, you guys. Right. So let me. There's a ruler tool in here somewhere. There we go. Give me a measurement here to here, please. What is the width on that? That is 15 pixels, give or take. Stop giving me your fucking tour. Been using this software for years. So that's 15 pixels. So that would be that at its room to save. I should save. You're so right. I should save. Not in there. We save in here. We save in here. LexCorp. And now let's... Should the L be rounded? Should it be a rounded L? I don't know. Make the L a rounded edge instead of a... Now, what if we just grabbed these two corners? Okay, we grab those two corners, we grab those two corners, we grab those two corners. What if we did that? It looks... Okay, these are fucked. I need to... Yeah. That's better. It's not perfect, but it's better. I kind of like the round to it. The rounded corner to it. I would need to make sure that these are... So if we go this one, and this one. Let's do these all at, say, 30. Ooh, 30 is too much. Let's say 12. And we'll do this one, and this one at 6. It's still not that. It's still not like... I don't know. I'm torn on the rounded corners. I'm also like maybe going... What are you doing? Oh, you're back from when we circumcised the last one. What if we just... The way to make things look... Like, a really cheap way to make things look tech and future is to just, like, round off random corners and have like, odd corners, have, like, a combination of rounded corners and, rounded corners and harsh corners. It's just a nice little cheat code to make things look slightly more futuristic, you dig? This one will keep, or we could like round off both to make it like that, but I don't like that. We can even like go, ooh, I actually really like how that looks. It looks like he's like slicing through. Yeah, it looks like he's like slicing through the planet. It's very like secret evil. Not very secret, but evil. Right. Apparently they're doing an Austin Powers 4. I read that, like, I read the news was that there was no news. And I'm like, that's not... You can't post that. The news is that there's no news on an Austin Powers 4. Nah, fuck off. I have never watched an Austin Powers movie. If I'm gonna be the realist with you. I don't know if that's something I need to change. It doesn't appear to be a mind-blowing movie. Like, I don't know if... I'm going to make another copy of that. Just in case. Right. Am I going to ruin this if I make it smaller? Yes. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Yes, I am, gamers. Yes, I am. Expand. Pull it to the front. Give me the punch through. I would like that punch through. Path. Offset path. Let's say 10, let's say round. And let's pull this forward. Continue pulling this forward, please. Thank you. I mean, there's also rumors that going around that Microsoft are planning to. Yeah, that's the second time you said that. Like, I don't think they'll do that. They ain't gonna fucking do that. Like, it's huge for them. It brings in so much money. Like, to sell off the Xbox brand, like, a short while after buying ZeniMax would be ridiculous. Ridiculous business planning. You don't buy a bunch of game companies and then sell your console brand. That's insane. Watch them do it now, because Microsoft is a stupid AI brain poisoned fucking company now. So they think they can make infinite money off of generative AI. So they don't need anything else. Absolute wankers. Where was I? This is just as spacey as I need it to be. This is the perfect amount of space science tech. Did they just buy? They bought ZeniMax, which is Bethesda. It wasn't like it's not just. It was long enough ago that it's like just become like the norm. But like they own ZeniMax, which means they own Bethesda and Activision. And I believe that means they own Blizzard. They have such a huge stake in the video game world that they wouldn't just sell off the Xbox brand. It would mean selling off ZeniMax as well. But yeah, I don't think they are going to do that. Ooh, could. Nah, I'm being dumb. It'd be like Nintendo says. It would be like. Okay. It would be like again, like Nintendo selling Mario, or like fucking like Sony selling off PlayStation. It just ain't gonna fucking happen. I've been dancing around this one format for so long. I'm not sure about fitting the corp under there. Like, maybe that is as wide as it can go. Like, you can see that hanging in a boardroom. You can see that. You can see that hanging in a boardroom. You can see that hanging behind a reception desk. Is it that simple? Very cool. Yeah. Like, it's. I'm worried. Like, I continually keep like touching it and fidgeting with it. I'm worried that is just like ending up gonna ruin it. Like putting a hat on hat. As I like to say, don't put a hat on hat. I think it just works like this. It doesn't need to be continually touched. And yeah, yeah. Let's fucking do it. It's corporate, it's bullshit, it's an absolute, I'll be honest, kind of an eyesore. But for a stupid holdings company, they don't want, like, holding companies don't want things that are big and in your face and obvious, because they don't want to be known. They want the companies they hold to be known. Like, they're just here to hold the money. I think the reason I'm hesitant is because it looks like I've not done anything. Because I've just written the word and drawn a line. But maybe it's the simple brilliance. And I mean, I'm not going to say this is brilliant, because I don't think this is brilliant. but I don't hate it. Let's color it in. Go for, we said dark green. I said a dark green, which I think is the way to go. We go dark green, and then what is, bring me up my palette. Can I just go like split analog? It's a simple brilliance. It also it swags royalty. It does swag royally, you're right. So like, what future games are you most excited about? I'll be honest with you. I don't watch trailers. And I don't really get hype. This is a really boring answer, but I don't really do hype. I'm kind of excited for Stranger Than Heaven. I'm interested to see where the Yakuza series goes next, where the Like a Dragon series goes next, rather. Other than that, I'm like, if Yoko Taro comes out with a new thing, I'll give it a look. If the people that made Signalis come out with a new thing, I'll give it a look. If the people that made In Stars of Time making a new thing, I'll give it a look. Like, I'm less sort of, I can't think of games that I'm like super hyped for. It's more, oh, these people I like are doing something, I'll go check it out. Boring, terrible answer. Not what you wanted. But I am a weird creature, you see. And yeah, I can never give a good answer to what are you excited for the future, because like, yeah, I watched the Nintendo Direct, but I don't have a Switch 2, so none of that is something I'm going to be able to play. I'm interested in Smash 6. That's a game that I'm genuinely interested in. Like, more so that I'm like, how are you going to move on from Everyone Is Here? How are you going to outdo Everyone Is Here? Yeah, I don't have a Switch 2. Don't have a PS5. I don't have an Xbox, whatever they're called. Series X, is that what we're doing now? I just got a laptop and a Switch 1 and a bunch of old consoles that I've modded. Cassette Beast 2000. Okay, the new Cassette Beast does look pretty interesting. I've not played enough of Cassette Beasts 1 to I've not played as much Cassette Beasts 1 as I should have, I think is what I'm saying. Right, I quite like this color combination. Where's my eyedropper? My eyedropper is there. I quite like this color combo. Of this like almost like mauve and dark green. I think it's a good shout. I've looked at Play. I've heard really good things about it. So they had the guts to say Everyone Is Here, and then when they said Everyone Is Here, they meant everyone that's ever been in a Smash game. Technically Waluigi is in his history review, but that's not the same. I'm gonna be real. I've had this conversation before. Like, the Smash community, especially the English-speaking Smash community, is so fucking stuck on Waluigi and Geno and the Chorus Kids. Geno hasn't been relevant in fucking 25 years. The Chorus Kids are not going to be in Smash. They just... drop Geno. Geno should not be the hill you fucking die on. I'm so sick of people going, oh my god, Geno's gotta be in the next Smash game. He's the #1 requested character. Fucking yeah, Geno. Nobody fucking cares about Geno, man. Nobody gives a fucking shit about Geno. Right, let's go for a nice, ooh, minty green. Nice minty green and a dark, very, very dark purple. Oh, that almost comes like a chocolatey brown. But yeah, I think in terms of like reasonable people who should be in a Smash game, Ultimate did a good job. Is Super Mario RPG a good game? I've never played it. Neither is like most of the people saying Geno for Smash, for real. I've never played Super Mario RPG before either, because if I want a Mario RPG, I'll play Paper Mario. Paper Mario should be in Smash. If you're going to put a Mario RPG character in Smash, Geno wouldn't even be my first, second, or third choice. It would be Paper. Paper should be in Smash. But in terms of like normalized business, putting a question mark. LexCorp? Amazon? But yeah, in terms of like, if you look at the final roster for Smash, like Sora and Steve Minecraft and fucking like Pac-Man, Mega Man, Simon and Richter, like it is pretty much a who's who of massive gaming icons from the past and present. And then Dr. Mario and about 8 Fire Emblem characters, and let's be honest, a couple too many Pokemon characters. As much as I love playing as Incineroar, there's a really good mod. I have that mod on my Switch. That mod is so fucking good. That is a beautiful. That mod is made with so much love, so much care. The Paper Mario in Smash mod is a thing of beauty. It is, of all of the character mods that I've got in Smash, and I've got a lot, that is the one that has the most love and care put into it. It's a thing of beauty. I am still futzing around with the kerning on court. Maybe that is a good place to put it. Yeah, it's like all of the costumes, all of the like shouting out to every single Paper Mario game, even the ones people don't like. Like I was surprised to get Super Paper Mario rep in there. I love Super Paper Mario. I think Super Paper Mario needs more love. I think Dementio is such a fucking good character. Yeah. The thing also with holding companies' logos is there's not really that many use cases for them, so they don't really need a lot of alternate lockups. It's just like it's just like, because they only really use it on, as Bastard said, like letterheads and shit like that. So it doesn't really require much in terms of, like I said, lockups and things. This is a really easy roll, I'm gonna be honest with you. I rolled a real easy but also kind of difficult one. I'm just, you know, manually kerning because I fucked it up. That needs to be a little bit further away, I think. Let's move all of these. Manually kerning with a reference that isn't fantastic. So the mathematical kerning would be there. That also needs to be a touch bigger, I think. Yeah. The math kerning would be there, but I think I'm going to budget in a little bit. just because optical kerning and mathematical kerning are not buddies. Yeah, that looks about right. And then let's move it over here. Let's grab all of this, shrink it down. And now go, oh, that's actually hideous. What the fuck? What am I thinking? That needs to be way in cozier. That needs to be way cozier. Ooh, do I hate that? I kind of hate that. Let's just rewrite that. Let's just rewrite that. Let's just make it this color. And let's just shrink it down. To that size. Let's squidge it in. I've only played Super Mario once. It's real fucking good. I will defend Super. People didn't like Super because it was the first one to take out it. Well, I think it was the only one to have the non turn-based combat, but I really like the villains. Big fan of Dementio. Dementio rules. I really like how it plays with 2D, 3D. It's grand. It's a grand old time. Right, I think these are the only two logos we need. I don't think we need like a badge. We could go, let's grab this shape. We could go, let's, is that there? Grab these. We could say that as our glyph, but that's so tiny and nothing that I don't think we should do that. I just don't think we need a standalone glyph. It's not going to be used as a standalone glyph. The use cases is this. So I think I'm done futzing. I think we just fill this out and call it a day, don't we? So let's get rid of all of this. Get rid of that. We'll make ourselves a mock-up. And we'll call it a day. Right. So let's group this. Let's group this. Copy, paste. And the more I look at it, I'm like, yeah, this is really fitting, actually. Let's grab these colors. Let's move them over here so I know what they are. We'll grab you and we'll grab you. There is a quicker way to do this, but I'm not gonna. The quote unquote quicker way to do this, it requires so much more setup faff that I just have not done, that it ends up being a slower way to do it. And don't you love it when that happens, gamers? People will show you a quote unquote quicker hack way of doing it, and you're like, oh, that doesn't suit my purposes at all, because that takes so long to set up, and I'm going to use this color palette one. That can be the white one. It's actually it actually looks quite nice in the white, I will say. And then we'll bang that one in black. It does equally look quite banging on the black. And then we'll go for an all purple affair here, which will not go well on the green, but I'm just gonna show it off anyway. Now let's fully center that one. And there we go. What is the name of our font? It is Gravesend Sans Light. Let's put this in black because we haven't had enough of the black. Graves and Sands Light. A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P Q R S T U V W X. I know gamers. I know my alphabet. You proud of me? Graves and Sands Light, not fine. Make it. Embiggen it. It's a noble spirit. It must embiggen the smallest man. Go in that color, please, and then have this one embiggened. Shizubi. Gamers, I'm not as hot on this as I was the MomCorp logo from last week, but this still kind of cooks. Right? Let's open Photoshop. This still kind of bangs. Quite happy with it. Let's make that purple actually. Let it purple. And then this can be the green. I don't like that we've got the U-link of the mint there, but we make it work. Potato shop, please. Let's get out of my client's boring client work. Markups. Where is I know just the one. Where is it? Logo in conference room. This is it. This is exactly. It's exactly what we need. It's just a conference room with the logo in it. It's simple. It's to the point, and we can go, oi, give me that, and whack you in there. It's gonna be small, but we can just make it big. Markups are really fun because people make these really complicated things so that when I just paste that in there, it goes wham. And then I can just make the wall. Let's make the wall this brand color. This one. Shazam. Ain't that fucking sexy? It's not because it's corporate markups, but we do what we can. Right, Control A, Control All, and paste you in. Shazam. And that is sent back. And that's LexCorp. View trim mode. Not print preview. I didn't want print preview. View trim mode. And that's LexCorp, baby! LexCorp! I'm happy with that. In a way that, like, it's boring and dull. In a way that it needs to be. We can close that. It's dull and boring, but in exactly the way that it needs to be. Yeah. I'm happy. I'm happy with that. I'm gonna save that, export that. LexCorp. Not in my work folder, in my streaming folder, please. There. Just whack it there. Shazam. Right. And that'll about do us. Thanks for joining me, everyone. It's been a nice, 90 minutes of actual art, and then an hour of playing stupid browser games, but it's good that we that y'all are happy to vibe with me for a couple of hours. It's been fun. I hope y'all have had fun, because I have had fun. And now let's have a look at who is live so we can do some raids. I may be back tomorrow. I'm not sure. It's not a Wrestling is Silly day, so there's no Wrestling is Silly. If you're afraid we're gonna miss that, GeoGuessr and Time Guesser it. We could just do GeoGuessr and Time Guesser all day. That would be pretty neat. I'm gonna be honest with you. That would be pretty neat. I wouldn't hate that. Maybe we will do that. I'll think about it. But if not, back Tuesday for In Stars and Time, Friday for more art, and the next Saturday is going to be Wrestling is Silly. Well, that's big fun, cool day. I ask a few things of you at the end of the stream if you've really enjoyed what you've seen today. You can tell a friend, bring a friend. You get special bonus points if you bring a friend. You can also subscribe on Twitch if you are a Twitch flavored person. Otherwise, I have a Ko-fi, and over on the Ko-fi we have a monthly membership thing. There are small monthly memberships. The smallest monthly membership is you pay £3 a month. I get about £2.50 of that, and that is what Twitch gives me. So you get to support me the same way that you would through a Twitch sub for £2 less. You save 40%. It's great. I've also got you can just pay me the whole $5 and Jeff Bezos doesn't get any of my money. Or if you want to support me at the very, very top level, the Buccaneers Bounty level, we have the Buccaneers Bounty, which is every 2 months I send you an exclusive piece of merch that is never available to anyone except those in the club. In the past, we've sent tote bags, we've sent t-shirts, we've sent notebooks. This next one is going to be the Queer Buccaneer Jolly Roger beach towel. It is a Jolly Roger with my stupid hair on a big beach towel, and it's so good. It's so silly. I love it so much. And go to nerdyqueer.com. Buy my pins. Buy my candles. I've been making candles all day. This room smells amazing. Exclamation mark pins for a link to that. But none of that is mandatory. As long as you've had a good time, that is all that I care about. Thank you for coming and hanging around in the bar today with me. We are going to... who are we going to say hello to? Let's go and say hi to... Let's go and say hello to... I really should have said all that before I really should have got somebody in mind before I said all that, but hey, I am not good at this streaming thing. Maybe you should be nice to me. I am going to raid into Damien Cyberfox VT, who is a former client of mine who bought some streaming overlays, and they look fucking great. So everyone go say hello to Damien, and also say, wow, your overlays look really good. That would make me very happy. So let's I don't have the fucking mod panel anymore, so I've got to do it the old fashioned way, where I type exclamation. Is exclamation mark raid or is it slash raid? Yeah, slash raid. Let's go say hello. As I said, do not ask if the overlays are AI. There's your raid message. Also a link to the Discord and the Stoat if you are wanting to stay as part of the community. And yeah, nerdyqueer.com once again. Buy my shit. It's real fucking good. Until next time, Buccaneer Book File with the book you are. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. I'll catch you in the next one. But until then, love you, bye.